Allison here took the microphone on the streets of Corpus Christi.
Oh, let's see. Can we park here? Okay, I'm going to do a quick video. I'm working on another video, but I like that song. I might just post this real quick to Facebook. And then the other one I just uploaded, it's called Father of Lies. But I want to add verses to it and add a few things, so hopefully I can upload it. But if y'all watch the video, you know, some watch them on YouTube, some watch them on, man, it's windy. I'll try and get by here. I wanted to share just a few thoughts that I had. We're dealing with a lot of things that we refer to as spiritual warfare. And I wanted to share this. But I want to share this. Last week I went by to see my friend, and when I told him, he might have been sleeping last week, and I said, "Did you get my note yesterday?" When I seen him, I said, "You know, I left my card. I left my ministry card right there in your." He has a little clothespin in front of his door, but it's inside the walkway, and if he got the card, it's the old ministry card, and it even has a halfway house on it, though we don't do that no more. I said, "Oh," he said, "No, I didn't, brother, I didn't." And then when I knocked on the door yesterday, he asked his girlfriend, he says, "Is anybody at the door?" He won't hear it, she'll hear it. She told him, "No, nobody's here." She probably looked through the peephole and saw me. And then when I went in, she hid. She did not come out. She stayed in a room for 3 hours. Without giving the names, I want to share this. And it has to do with spiritual warfare and drugs and alcohol. We refer to wine as spirits. I want to say about 3 years ago, my friend was on his deathbed, David. And that's why I went to see him in the hospital, in Spawn Hospital, which is right off of this highway here, this road, shoreline, or ocean, whatever. And I went with his brother Andy and Huey, and they said, "Man, David's going to die." He had died, his heart stopped, and they actually brought him back. That's where he has PTSD. That's a phenomenon that takes place when people, he studied it, he's smart, David. And it's a phenomenon that takes place with people, we call it coding in the fire department. When you code, meant we had to bring the person back. Their heart stopped. And so he struggled with that. And when I went to the hospital to see him, he didn't remember. He asked me, even at the hospital, he said, "John, do you still want to do a halfway house with me?" That's before we started it. I said, "I'm going to do it with you, David." He didn't remember any of that. And so he was in critical condition for a few weeks, and they thought he was going to die. You know, I took pictures of all of us in the room that day. It was me, David, his brothers, and the girl. And I just wanted some pictures. And I had to retake the picture because it was on my phone. And everybody came out in the picture except the girl. She was not in the picture. And it didn't make sense to me. And I retook that picture with everybody there. And I wasn't making a big thing of it. She wasn't in it again. Now, I could title this Spooky Stuff. There are a lot of signs that we get in life. I think I shared that with him a year later, but very briefly, because I don't want to say certain people that are involved in things, that there's no hope for them. But when I saw that, I felt at that time, I said, I think, David, maybe God's telling you, you have to move on from a certain relationship. But that always stuck with me. And the little experience I had yesterday, I realized that that girl, for whatever reason, didn't want David to know I came by, nor to know that I was there yesterday. Because he doesn't hear the door, David. He's always in that back room, and I knock loud. And then he said, oh, I asked her if anyone was here. So I'm going to just upload this as a quick one. I wanted you to see, though, when we open ourselves up to drug addiction and all these types of things, what we do is we also open ourselves up to the stuff we're dealing with this week, okay? I just want you, I'm going to just upload this right now, okay?